Good morning, class of 2024. Woo! It's raining, but we're outside. We'll take it. I am Scott Beardsley, and it is my honor and pleasure to welcome you to the UVA Darden School of Business graduation for the class of 2024. You guys look amazing. It's just wonderful. We have an amazing audience gathered here on Darden's Flagler Courtyard, and I'm pleased to welcome friends and family from around the world also joining us on live stream. I'll begin by introducing my colleagues on the stage with me, and then I'm going to make a few brief remarks. Joining me on the stage are some of Darden's top leaders. Yael Grushka-Cocaine is the Altec Steislinger Foundation Bicentennial Chair in Business Administration and Senior Associate Dean for Professional Degree Programs. Justin Hopkins is the J. Harvey Wilkinson Jr. Associate Professor of Business Administration. He's also chair of the Academic Standards Committee that follows the progress of you guys and certifies that you're ready to get the MBA, so you want to like this guy. Mark Johnson, Senior Associate Dean for Student Engagement and Chief Strategy and Innovation Officer. Melissa Thomas Hunt is John D. Forbes Distinguished Professor of Business Administration and Senior Associate Dean for the full-time MBA program. Sankaran Venkatraman, otherwise known as Venkat, he's the MasterCard Professor of Business Administration and Senior Associate Dean for Faculty and Research. This year, we've elected six faculty marshals for the class of 2024, and they're on stage here with us. We have 4 honorary marshals as well. The Executive MBA class elected Yael Grushka-Cocaine, who you just met, and Dan Murphy, Young Family Associate Professor of Business Administration. The full-time MBA students selected Peter Bellamy, who's the Scott Beardsley Associate Professor of Business Administration, Mark Lipson, he's the Robert F. Vandell Professor of Business Administration, Elena Lutskina, she's the Peter M. Grant II Bicentennial Foundation Professor in Business Administration and the Academic Director of the Richard A. Mayo Center for Asset Management. And finally, Bobby Parmar, the Shannon Smith Bicentennial Associate Professor of Business Administration. The class's selection of these faculty marshals signals the great esteem that you all hold for these professors and for teaching excellence at Darden. In the Jeffersonian tradition, these faculty members lead Darden graduates down the lawn tomorrow morning, and I hope you'll all be there, during UVA's commencement exercises. They exhibit the close connection between the students and the faculty, and we recognize them today for their teaching and research excellence and unwavering energy and support of you all. Please join me in congratulating and thanking Yael, Dan, Peter, Mark, Elena, and Bobby. Also on stage with me today are 3 honorary marshals. Jean Litka, United Technologies Corporation Professor of Business Administration and Emeritus Dean. Lynn Isabella, Frank M. Sands, Senior Associate Professor of Business Administration. And Barbara Millar, Assistant Professor of Business Administration. Mark Haskins, who's the Landmark Communications Professor of Business Administration, is also an honorary marshal, but he couldn't be with us today. These 4 esteemed professors will retire in June after a collective more than 150 years of transformational impact at the Darden School. Ladies and gentlemen, let's thank them and applaud them for their incredible contributions over the years. I also really want to thank all the Darden faculty and staff who've worked so hard to prepare for this joyous event. Their dedication is a hallmark of our education experience. Please join me in thanking everybody who helped to make this possible. And finally, let's acknowledge the families, friends, anybody who helped you, parents, get to where you are today, whose encouragement and sacrifice allowed you to be successful today. Let's give it up for the parents and everyone who made you successful. I'm delighted to welcome on stage Darden Executive Student Association Vice President Ebony Brown. She will give a short welcome and invite our MBA students to the stage. Yours is there.
Thanks, Dean Beardsley. Thank you so much. Faculty, staff, family, and friends, thank you for being such a vital role in our success story. It has been your continued support throughout our journey that's brought us to this milestone today, and for that, you deserve a round of applause. To the graduating class of 2024, thank you for bringing your personalities, your learned behaviors, your cultural norms. Soon, you'll grace this stage in recognition of your hard work and your willingness to elevate your baseline. As you prepare for your what's next, remember to keep your head high and be good humans. You've earned this moment. Congratulations to you all. It is now my honor to introduce our next speaker, someone who often put our needs ahead of his own. As the ESA President and elected speaker, Anthony Regalia.
Good morning, class of 2024. Today, we are celebrating a major life accomplishment, our graduation from the University of Virginia Darden School of Business. I would like to begin by acknowledging our family and friends, whether they are here in person or online in spirit. Without their support these past 21 months, none of us would have been as successful. I would also like to extend gratitude to the faculty and staff at Darden for organizing such an amazing program. Thank you for the growth we have all been able to attain because of your hard work. Let's take a moment and acknowledge them one more time, especially given the weather today. For the past year, I have had the honor of representing the Executive MBA class as president, and am humbled to have been selected to stand here before you today. We came from different backgrounds, cultures, and industries, starting day one of LR1 through StratSim and final reflections of LR2. We continually came together to help each other grow and learn, both professionally and personally. I am eternally grateful for our time together, the friendships we have made, and the community we have developed. Looking back on our time together, after countless cases over Zoom, 20 long OGR weekends, traveling the globe, there is one thing I am certain of that will bond us forever. None of us will ever be able to read or say the word fantastic again without hearing a strong Italian accent. Much like our marketing professor Luca's passion and exuberance in the classroom, we learn the importance and impact of aligning our passion and purpose with our careers. We all have different passions in life, whether that be lifelong learning, affiliations with community organizations, philanthropies, professional societies, or any number of other meaningful activities. I hope we all find passion and purpose in our careers outside of Darden, because it's in following one's passion and purpose that each of us delivers the most impact. Darden's mission is to improve the world by inspiring responsible leaders. We traveled the world during global residencies and discovered something about ourselves we did not know before. Not only did I discover that I can do IT support in Vietnam and in Italy, right, Aparna? But more importantly, I realized that the world is small, and it doesn't take much to have a global impact and global reach. I saw firsthand how even small organizations can change lives by focusing on one aspect of an issue and dedicating resources to it. There are two organizations that stand out from my travel abroad that I would like to share with you today. The first is the Clontarf Foundation in Australia. This is a small, not-for-profit that focuses on improving outcomes for young males of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander descent. A few small facts. Despite comprising only 2% of the total population, 1 in 3 individuals incarcerated in Australia come from that population, 93% of which are men. And until recently, individuals from these racial backgrounds were more likely to end up in prison than finish high school, let alone get a job. From humble beginnings of supporting only 25 young men in the year 2000, Clontarf now supports over 11,500 young men annually, and last year assisted almost 1,000 of them complete high school. Clontarf was started by a former high school teacher and Aussie Rules football coach who realized the needs of this population. The work Clontarf is doing is having a direct impact, creating better livelihoods and better incomes for this marginalized community, resulting in a positive impact on Australia's society overall. The next organization I would like to highlight is Vina Capital in Vietnam. This is a for-profit company. They utilize a portion of their retained earnings to cover heart procedures for children under the age of 5. In Vietnam, heart procedures are not covered by health insurance for children that young because the risk is not deemed worth the cost. On average, 16,000 children are born in Vietnam with a congenital heart defect. 85% of them will die before the 18th birthday without treatment. Since starting this initiative in December of 2023, just 5 short months ago, over 11,000 procedures have been covered and taken place, and more are taking place every day. This initiative was started because one individual in the company who had a family member impacted by this insurance policy raised their hand and said, "Do you think we can do something about this?" You don't need to be a CEO to speak up and facilitate change. You just need to be a leader. There are no shortages of issues facing the world today. Issues related to gender, equality, and women's rights, racial and social issues, hate and prejudice, structures that repeat the cycle of poverty, environmental and geopolitical issues, amongst a litany of others. We don't need to look at the news to see these problems. We can see them with our own eyes, in both foreign countries and right here in the United States. Darden has enabled us with the tools to be successful and make a difference in the world. We are no longer the leaders of tomorrow. Rather, we are the leaders of today. We have a responsibility to do good now wherever we have an impact, in our homes, in our communities, and in our careers. Progress is better than waiting for perfection, and you don't need to solve everything to do something. Wherever you go in life, don't underestimate the impact one individual can have, and don't forget the values Darden has instilled in you. We all have it in us to make the world a better place, and Darden has given us the tools and network to be successful. No one person and no one organization can solve everything. Find an organization whose values and missions align with your own, and one day, I hope we're all able to look back and know that we made a difference. I am confident each of us here has the potential to move mountains. Class of 2024, let's take a moment to reflect on the journey and all we have accomplished. And as Taylor Swift says, hold on to the memories, they will hold on to you. Remember the fun we had at social events. Thank you, Paul. Remember the late nights in the lobby of the Le Meridien, the Darden Invitational, Ben. Our personal wellness journeys, the late night studying and learning team meetings. Go Team Jordan. Remember all that we have learned, the skills, the tools, and network of friends and leaders we now have. Remember to pursue your passions in life and align your purpose with your professional identity. Do good and make a difference wherever you go. Never stop learning. Never stop celebrating each other's successes. And most importantly, let's never stop helping each other. Class of 2024, I don't know how it gets much better than this. I'm excited for what the future holds for our community. Congratulations. Let's go make a difference. Before I step away from the podium, I've got one more honor to do, and it's to introduce our next speaker. Our next speaker is my counterpart with the Darden Student Association, the class president, Alyssa Tulabut, who I know will do tremendous things in Boston and beyond from her time from Darden. So thank you all.
Hello, everyone. As Anthony mentioned, I had the amazing opportunity to serve as president of the Darden Student Association. During my 2 years here, I've borne witness to incredible things that the class of 2024 has accomplished. From launching new businesses like Beza Bisrat, Sloan Gray, Curie Chang, Ellie Jameson, and Grace Collins, growing their families like Joey Howard and Marcelo Yaucaman, celebrating new engagements like Ibukun Ayemo and Kier Gallic, as well as smaller milestones like trying every pastry that Kukurashu has to offer, like Sydney Block. And despite my instincts, and in honor of today's speaker, I'll even give a shout out to Section C for winning back-to-back Darden Cup championships. It has been a full and rich journey. As the pomp and circumstance of this weekend quiets, my hope is that you take the time to reflect, not only on what you have done, but on all that you have become. None of us are leaving Darden as perfect people, but perfect is not a qualifier for excellence, for exceptionalism, and for immense pride in your resilience. Today, I have the honor and privilege of introducing the class of 2024's elected speaker, someone who embodies that resilience in multitudes. These quotes from classmates speak volumes. Quote, "He truly is one of the kindest, most humble, and generous human beings I've ever had the privilege to call a friend, and he's the type of leader, husband, father, and friend that I hope to be half as much of one day." And quote, "He's the most genuine friend you can ask for, a person who you know will stick by your side in the darkest days of recruiting, and is also the youngest looking old person we've ever seen." These quotes affirm the character that he possesses. However, these aren't traits the classroom taught him, but rather qualities that he has amplified in everyone who has had the chance to live and learn alongside him during our time together. And that, to me, is the special essence of this collective experience. While we put much of our lives and cash inflows on pause in the quirky little incubator that is Darden, we have been enriched by each other. Perhaps even more significant, the visions of our most aspirational selves, the types of people we strive to be in both our professional and personal lives, has been stretched to newer heights. I'm excited to turn the mic over to someone who has inspired just that. Please join me in welcoming to the stage the class of 2024's elected speaker, Matt Ganyard.
Class of 2024, it's an absolute honor to be up here today. You know, I told my wife before I started I wouldn't make any dad jokes, and I would minimize any lingo that I learned from my 18-year-old Gen Z teammates on the football field this year. So for those of you playing graduation speech bingo in the crowd to kill some time, hopefully that doesn't kill too many boards. To the full-time students, welcome back. It's great to see everybody rejuvenated, hopefully a little bit rehydrated after the latest and greatest addition to the DWC programming, Isle of Palms. And to our executive MBAs, the MBAs, on behalf of the full-time students, I just want to sincerely say, thank you for being so generous with your food in the hallways for the past 2 years. And to the honor committee, wherever you're sitting, I checked with the JD-MBAs. That was in no way an admission of guilt. Today is a great day. While our older, wiser Darden alum will undoubtedly remind us that they, in fact, went to school 9 days a week, uphill both ways, we've earned this today. Each of us could have gone elsewhere, to an equally prestigious school with a less rigorous academic curriculum and a lot more free time. But we didn't. We chose Darden and accepted the challenge that it is head on, because we knew in the end we'd be better for it. And 2 years later, we are. But let's not forget the incredible people all along the way who helped make this a possibility. For me, it was my wife, Marie, who after 10 years as Marine Corps spouse and a career of her own, was a de facto single parent helping raise our 2-year-old daughter, Savannah, and our newborn son, Noah, while I navigated the challenges of first year. And then in second year, when she was supposed to get time back with her husband, she became my biggest supporter and champion of chasing my dreams on the football field. And I know she's just one of many parents and partners out there today that were so critical in shouldering that burden so that many of us could be here today. For others of us, it was a family member or a friend or a boss who encouraged us to go back to school and leave that safe and comfortable job. And then undoubtedly, they were the first people to jump on a call with us when the imposter syndrome crept in that first day of class. And for all of us, it was the professors who brought 100% of themselves each and every day to class, bettering us and mentoring us for our next chapters. And so it's at this point in the speech that I'm told I'm supposed to ask for applause for those people. But I won't. Not because they don't deserve it, but because they deserve more. So I challenge you. At the end of this weekend, when the fanfare of graduation subsides, take the time to thank them personally. Call them, write them, visit them. Let them know that you did it. And when it's all said and done, their support meant the world to you then. Your gratitude will mean the world to them now. I have to admit, when I was first offered this chance to speak today, I hesitated. Not because I wasn't honored and humbled by the opportunity, but because I didn't think I was the right person for the job. Because if you've ever been lucky enough to attend even one Darden Stories session, you know as well as I do that there were 349 equally as impressive stories that are more than worthy of 5 minutes on this stage. Take, for instance, any one of the 132 graduate women in business members who are each helping to redefine the landscape of leadership in corporate America so that when my daughter's grown, her place in business, if she chooses, is not the exception, but the norm. Or how about the 39% of you who left the safety, comfort, and security of your home countries to come to a tiny town in central Virginia solely for the opportunity to better your careers and the lives of your families. On behalf of the rest of the class, thank you for making that incredible leap of faith, and thank you for enriching every classroom that you walked into. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention the 23 other veterans representing 4 services and over 150 years of combined service in active duty, reserve, and civil service times that are graduating alongside me today. And that doesn't even include the 1/3 of the executive MBAs graduating up front who also were veterans as well. On behalf of all of them to the rest of the class, thank you for making our transition back to the civilian world so seamless and so welcoming. And it's at this point that I've realized this is what makes Darden so special. There simply is no student that could hope to capture every facet of this community. There is no typical Darden student, just one Darden family. And it reminded me of a great quote I heard a few weeks ago from somebody I'm lucky enough to admire and look up to, even though he's 7 years my junior. As Malcolm Stewart so eloquently said to his graduating class of UVA exactly 6 years ago to the day, family is not about the blood that runs through your body or the flesh that surrounds it. Family, as I come to see it, is about the people that care for you, the people that support you, the people that love you, and the people that make you feel at home. And that, to me, perfectly captures the feeling I have looking out over 349 of my new family members. At the end of the TV series, The Office, Andy Bernard famously says, "I wish there was a way to know that you're in the good old days before you've left them." And if you haven't realized it already, the past 2 years have been, in fact, the good old days. And while those good old days are coming to a close, great days and great moments are ahead for each of us. So let's go out, do great things, continue to make an impact in the world and the communities around us, and continue to make the right choices and not the easy ones. But let's never forget the 2 years spent on these grounds and the family that, in fact, made it the good old days. Class of 2024, it's been a privilege of a lifetime. Congratulations, and go Hoos.
Matt, Anthony, everyone, thank you so much for those incredible remarks. I've been trying to think about what I could say to you today. It's a very special day, reflecting. Graduation is a beautiful moment, and the opportunity to speak to you guys who I love so much means a lot to me. So I've been trying to think about what could I say. So I wrote something in the last several months, and it's called I Hope. Michelangelo is often quoted as saying something like, "Every block of stone has a statue inside, and the task of the sculptor is to discover it." Applied to life, it is a metaphor that challenges each of you to find your potential in life, what Maslow would call your self-actualization. Class of 2024, you each have a beautiful, amazing statue inside. It is your unique excellence and effort that got you into Darden and through Darden. Yet, can you see it? Do you see and feel your potential, your gifts? Or is it sometimes like in Snow White? Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? The mirror replies, "There is one who is fairer than thee." Or on a bad day, certainly not you, you're an imposter. At Darden, I get to work with so many incredible people, including all of you, many of who I taught. But a mystery I've been puzzling over is how talented and successful people can feel inadequate and stressed to the point of anxiety, or sometimes worse. COVID took this to new levels. From the outside, everyone assumes high achievers are doing great, but sometimes inside, they're not. How can this be so? Part of the answer I found on the London Underground. As I boarded the tube, a voice boomed, "Mind the gap." And I started thinking, the gap, what is the gap? Talented people with high standards of excellence are very good at diagnosing the gap. How far you're away from a goal, how many problems you got wrong on a test, what your development needs are, what your inadequacies are, how much more money someone else might have, what you could have done and should have done, but didn't. It's common for high achievers to focus on the gap, where you think you are versus where you think you ought to be and what that actually means. Some people suffer from hubris, the opposite, and overestimate the starting point. Yet the trouble for many is they measure the gap with others versus rising expectations. In a world of 8.5 billion people, social comparison is the norm. I thought my vacation was great until I looked on Instagram and saw how much more epic someone else's vacation was. Or I thought I was a fast writer until I met ChatGPT. The comparison gap influences our perception of our own progress, even if objectively you've improved a lot. When expectations rise faster than our progress, we risk feeling inadequate or unsatisfied, even though actually you're improving. As the points of comparison move, so do the goalposts. On the flip side, we all experience these moments of exhilaration, like meeting somebody that we like, learning to ride a bike, mastering a new skill. There we feel progress, we feel in self-improvement, positive energy surges, possibilities seem endless. So an internal struggle can emerge, positive versus negative, self-worth versus self-doubt, possibility versus despair. I know I have experienced this. But how do we win that tug of war? I want to share with you a few ways of thinking about it. First, stop leaping to judgment. Philosopher David Hume famously wrote that we cannot draw moral prescriptive conclusions from normative factual descriptions. In other words, what ought to be from what is. We draw conclusions about ourselves as a good or bad person all the time based on a single fact or limited facts. This is called Hume's fork. It goes like this: you secured the job or didn't, you performed at work or didn't, you gained financial assets or didn't, or you are liked by somebody or aren't. But it ought to have been better. This is a category mistake. What ought to be focuses attention on the gap versus expectations, inadequacies and injustices, negative self-talk, regret, and even anxiety from never meeting your own prescriptive standards. Thus, ironically, the fastest way to decrease your well-being may be to accelerate your expectations for it. It only takes a second. Don't let tomorrow rob what is today. Second, focus not on AI, but I. According to James Manica of Google, artificial intelligence is any system that perceives its environment and takes actions that maximize its chance of achieving its goals. Self-intelligence, or what I call I, in quotes, I squared, if you will, for I intelligence, a version of Greek's Delphic temple, know thyself, is a system to learn how to learn, increase intelligence, and achieve your individual goals. We must start by understanding ourselves and our strengths. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, focus and appreciate your unique strengths and your virtues. This is what the father of positive psychology, Martin Seligman, calls your signature strengths. What makes you, you? In the world of AI, building intelligence about how you, as a human, learn and feel, and how you improve your well-being really matters a lot. Third, practice gratitude. Cicero called gratitude the mother of all virtues. I believe that gratitude is a partial antidote to envy and social comparison, and it actually increases your well-being. Each one of you are so special and able to do amazing things in the world. Believe in yourself and build conviction for this belief by understanding your excellence and your special signature strengths and values, by exercising gratitude for what's going right and all of those who help you along the journey. A bonus can come from bringing it out in other people. Fourth, remember your most important investment is in you and your well-being. Many of you came to business school for a return on investment. That's understandable. An elite graduate business school education is expensive. But how should you calculate ROI over your lifetime? I've come to believe that in an objective function for your life, the letter I in your personal ROI is a return on I, meaning yourself. Your self-conception created by your own intelligence. The return currency of the equation is well-being and fulfillment. And the system for creating it, your intelligence, is how you maximize that well-being. Life's conceptual equation, therefore, is both objective and subjective, very personal, iterative, and recursive. In effect, it's the goal of the goals. Yet many people choose to have objective functions with a different currency than well-being. They choose something else that they're optimizing for. And they singularly pursue a goal with no guardrails or boundaries. In other words, be careful what you wish for. Literature is replete with many examples. One I like is Charles Dickens' novel, Great Expectations. His character, Pip, seeks to overcome his very humble beginnings. He becomes a social climber, but learns along the way that moral and personal growth, self-forgiveness, and values matter as much as status and material wealth. Fifth, have goals. Ever since the first grade, I've been goal-driven. My father tells me that it all started when my first grade teacher, Mrs. Pigeon, made me sit most of the year in the corner with my nose to the wall because I had too much energy, I tried to answer too many questions, and I had ADD. I concluded that to get out of the corner and stop the teasing, that I had to be better. I had to be a good student to get out of the corner. Thus became a life full of goals for me. And looking back, I feel truly privileged because I was able to channel my substantial energy productively instead of getting into trouble. Goals saved me, and I learned that they needed to be explicit and not implicit. But many things I learned about goals, since I had so many of them, were counterintuitive. They didn't always work. Sometimes I would achieve something and feel no joy and wonder, was it worth it? Once I was asked to draw an intuitive chart with one axis being my well-being and another axis being my achievement and performance over time. They didn't always correlate very well together. Goals that included root sources of well-being, like playing tennis or focusing on health, being with family or friends, learning, they did work. And they gave me the energy to do some of the things I didn't want to do. To win the internal struggle with yourself, thoughtfully develop the right goals for yourself. Sixth, adopt a lifelong learning mindset. The Japanese call this model of continuous self-improvement Kaizen, and it is used in production environments, as you probably know. To amplify your well-being, I combine Kaizen with Bayes' theorem, which updates our thinking with new evidence from learning. What did you learn? Together, they allow us to improve ourselves, yourselves, your I, and seek continuous improvement. This comes through trial and error, autonomous, recursive, self-learning, exactly what most people are afraid of in AI is exactly what is good for you. Or as one of Darden's best and most incredible entrepreneurship stories, alumnus David Willenis says, no guts, no glory. Sometimes it will work, and sometimes it won't. But when it doesn't, forgive yourself versus judging yourself. Learn what you can from it and move on. Observe what you have, what is improving, and the rate of improvement, Your acceleration is your rate of improvement on your own ROI. When you see a gap, think of it as the opportunity to improve rather than a problem. Finally, choose optimism and hope over pessimism. Stepping back and looking at our world, I see the problems. Wars, shootings, pandemics, inflation, individual struggles, inequality, global warming, social and political tensions, the list goes on. Doom scrolling, feelings that life is not fair, despair, also good things. But each of you have your own story and challenges. They are real. I feel the uncertainty of AI just like all of you, in synthetic biology. And yet, despite or perhaps because of the pessimism, I am paradoxically optimistic. I choose to be optimistic. I am optimistic because I believe problems and crises create silver linings. I believe that love and kindness triumph over hate. I believe that excellence flows from effort and lifelong learning. I believe in the certainty of uncertainty and the gift of life's serendipity. I believe in individual freedom and autonomy to determine mindset. I believe in purpose and the power of serving something bigger than ourselves with integrity. And I believe it's okay to dream of a better tomorrow without entitlement or expectation. I'm optimistic because I have hope. And I have hope because I'm optimistic. I have hope because I believe in life's possibilities. I have hope because humans need hope for well-being. I have hope because it is better than the alternative. I have hope because I believe in you. I see you on this wonderful day. I have hope that you will believe in yourself in the way that I believe in you. I have hope because you are the future responsible leaders that Darden has prepared you to be. Each of you is a special person with beautiful gifts to bring our world. You are each a magnum opus sculpture in process, and you are the sculptor. So today, on this special day, celebrating you, I wish you hope in capital letters. A special kind of hope. H for a life pursued for happiness and well-being. O for an optimistic life where you can see your strengths and potential and accept with gratitude where you are and forgiveness for what might have been. P for purposeful goals pursued with grit, determination, and meaning. And E for excellence, with high standards and integrity in all you do to self-actualize. Happy, optimistic, purposeful excellence. In short, I have hope that you will put hope into your life. Darden's equipped you with the ability to ask and answer almost any question. The world needs your leadership. Go forward with confidence and joy as you solve the questions life calls you to answer. Class of 2024, you are ready. Thank you for listening. Now we will proceed to the hooding of your academic regalia, and before tomorrow we will go on the lawn, where I hope you all will go, by the way. It's a great ceremony on the lawn. So now I'd like to call up to the stage Bobby Parmar, who will begin the hooding dual degree candidates.
All right, let's do this. The following students will be completing the degree of Master in Business Administration with Doctor of Medicine. Varun Jain. Zachary Scharf. Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Fantastic. The following students will be completing the degree of Master in Business Administration with Juris Doctor. Peter Lee Hamilton, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Joseph Martin, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Julia I. Nuskart. And Clinton A. Roscoe. Fantastic. The following students will be completing the degree of Master in Business Administration with Master of Education. Alberto Celestino Silva, Jr. Aiden Connell, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Benjamin Gregory Friedlander. Adriana Sloan Gray. Very good. Ki Jong. The following students will be completing the degree of Master in Business Administration with Master of Public Policy. Victor Hugo Rodriguez Barba. Alyssa Renee Talabat. The following students will be completing the degree of Master in Business Administration with Master of Data Science. Kyler William Frank Hallett Schaefer. Ashrith Anantaraj Herle. Taeyoon Kim. Mauricio Matei Garcia Rada, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Nidhi Bhupendra Shah. The following students will be completing the degree of Master in Business Administration with Master of International Relations, the Johns Hopkins School of International Studies. Jack Andrew Cox. Elza Ellen Druve.
The following students will be completing the degree of Master in Business Administration from the Executive Program. Ryan Michael Adam. Salah Al-Shanati, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Salah, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. George Robert Alford III. Bhavika Panchal Aman. Colin Anderson. Sneha Atwal, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Hamayan Bajwa. Arash Baravesh. Aparna Belhe. Philip Brent Bianchi. Paul Edmund Blair Jr. Aaron Daniel Boyer. Viral Vishnu Prasad Brahmbat, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Ethan Lawrence Bronstein. James Brooks III. Ebony Delaney Brown. C. Stewart Shepard Distinguished Service Award for exercising grace and leadership in her service as ESA Executive Vice President, bringing personal connectivity to the Darden space. Congratulations. Tucker Burks. Dara Kate Bussman. William Edward Byrne III. Catherine Blanche Cavan. Richard Chalky. Jennifer Elizabeth Chaquette, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Troy Curtis Clifton. Deshay Corey. Mary Catherine M.K. Cruz. Charles Ryan Calkin. Melissa Marie Dean. Jack Seymour Dieter. Amelia Carmen DiSorrento, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Matthew Evan Powers Dietrich. Matthew Keith Dirch Kidder. Justin Damian Dupre. Mariam Farouk. John Wakefield Finney. April Sullivan Fitzgerald, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Megan Amelia Fitzpatrick. Eric Frost. Mackenzie Jean Gates. Joshua Gearhart. Taylor Alexandra George. Tiffany Rose Gerzak. Desiree Jan Gregorio. Veronica Monique Gordon. Alexandra Paige Grimm. Tessa Grubb. Abigail J. Hamilton. Samuel Eric Hart. Linda Na Hartman. Anthony Frank Hernandez. William Harry Heavner. Levi Allen Hoffs. Angus William Panabaker Jackson. Waqas Javed. Ali Kaviampur. Courtney Nicole Keplinger, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Elizabeth Emery Ketchum. Elizabeth Holly Kiernan. Michael Owen Kime. Jonah Banks Kiete. Robert Schaefer Sassy Kurland, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence.
Brett Elliott Leach. Clinton Logan. Ellen McCormick. Charles Shackleton McDaniel. Nathan Charles McPherson. Michelle Lynn Metzanote Gasser. Andrew Patrick Michalowski. Antonio Moreno Camacho. Patrick Moynihan. Fennell Menyon Norton. Brian Neal O'Donnell. Anthony John Oliverio. Kevin Patrick O'Neill, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Philip Packman. Catherine McIntyre Parnell. Jonathan Pascoe. Pamela Dolores Peace. C. Stewart Shepard Award for organizing countless community outreach efforts for the D.C. metro area as the ESA Vice President of Outreach and creating synergy with the Charlottesville community. Elena Marie Pearson. Michael Questel. Stephen Keenan Raby. Waleed Rahim. Anthony James Rangeli. Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. C. Stewart Shepard Award for his exemplary contributions as ESA President, and Edgar F. Shannon Award for his incredible academic success and passionate extracurricular involvements that have attracted the attention of both the Z Society and of his peers, professors, and administrators. Joseph Daniel Roberts. Amy Catherine Roma. Zachary Ryan. Luke Michael Reba. Robert Milton Satcher. Jared Miles Schaubert. Benjamin Schramm. Zico Mario Samuel Secchiono. Kofi Edwanti Say. Cherish Abid Shaban. Michael Ronnie Ship. C. Stewart Shepard Award for his admirable desire to support incoming students through the Darden Buddy and Mentorship Program and for uniting students across formats. Nirav Yogan Shukla. Karen Lucretia James Sloan. Sarah Nicole Spangler. Uma M. Subramanian. Jeremiah Patrick Sullivan III. Martin Svetislavov. Amy Catherine Taylor. Michael Joseph Thorne Begland. Faculty Award for Academic Excellence, and Darden Executive MBA Faculty Award for his incredible wisdom, maturity, and emotional capacity, both in the content of expertise and beliefs and the skill of delivery. Craig Arden Teedy. Naveen Vinta. Ryan Jeffrey Foy Walters. Hugh Mack Weaver III. Carter Tennyson Whitelow. Matthew Philip Whittemore. Catherine Mareka Wilson. Hayden Davis Wilson. Mary Winans. Jessica Lynn Wood. Troy Thomas Yoho. Armistead Churchill Young V. Janae Rochelle Young.
Let's build up some safety stock here. All right, here we go. The following students will be completing the degree of Master in Business Administration, Residential Full-Time. Dorlapo Anu Adegbite. Anubhav Agarwal. Ibakun Oluwa Joyce Ayemo. Adedoyin Christiana Akande. Ajua Acha Tando. Kathleen Bartlett Altice. Delaney Jean Ambrosen. Mohammed Tausif Amin Khan. Maria Esther Apreza. Samuel Olawale Arayedupin. Caroline Ann Armstrong. David Allen Carey Armstrong. Hunter Lee Ashburn. Agam Singh Bajaj. Nikul Gautam Bajeko, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Dylan Kyle Bailey, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Rohan Bansal. Danielle Barbosa de Carmo. Nicholas John Barpulis. Sean Ryan Barrett. Lavanya Bathwal. Philip C.J. Beardsley. Warren Thomas Beck, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Ryan William Bielstein. Ailina Belashova. Virginia DeGraff Bell. Catherine Marie Belna. Bryce James Berg. George Bayard Bergman, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Alankrita Bharat Bhushan. Vedant Bharti. Rohan Bhupati Raju. Tyler Scott Beerley. Abdurauf bin Abdaziz. Luke Anthony Beer. Beza Bisrat. Sydney Block, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Joshua Mandel Blum. James Ryan Boutwell. Caroline Elizabeth Brennan. Jacques Cullen Bristow, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Edward Lane Brokaw. George Hurley Brown, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. James Sullivan Brunner, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Nicholas Buxman. Okay, all right. Marcos Vinicius Campos Paramedi Suarez. Gabriela Cardoso Mole. Madison Francis Carey. Christina Maria Carpenter Ramirez de Ariano, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Cara Marie Catalane. Ian Andrew Cerello. Disha Chadda. Hitesh Jagdish Chandan. Curie Chang. Rini Chanakeshava. Shreyoshi Chatterjee. Aniket Ajit Chaudhary. Daniel Chaudhary. Madhura Chaudhary. Riley Keenan Chelsky. Arifur Reza Chaudhary. Oshman Chaudhary. Faiza Chowdhury. Owen John Coffin. Grace Elizabeth Collins.
Julia Collins. Brandon Cash Colton. Francisco Crimea. Jonathan Michael Cristinziano. Isaiah Luke Collifer. Abigail Rosenthal Kotler. Miao Dai. Kushbu Hemant Daya. Catherine Mary Dana. Aditya Das. Madeline Rose Dum. Samantha Marie Davies. Ines de Estrada. Ana Paula de la Parra Goldbaum. James Degar. Anton Dominique Latonero de la Cruz. Marlene de Leon and Chiquita. G. Deng. Matthew C.V. Dinanzio, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Fabiana Diaz. Ryan Christopher Di Biagio. Ronil Ashokbay Diora. Ain Do. Joshua Turner Dragnet. Rebecca Lauren Dragnet. Richard Allen Drucker Jr. Fernando Mateus Duarte Casarotti. Alexander Durant. Carolyn Louise Dyer. Paul Egan. Christopher David Egbert. Alexandria Clivia Esposito. Brian Richard Evans, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Nilo Rodrigo Farfan Aramayo. Alexandra May Fasano. Camille Andre Favero. Christiana J. Garbes Feliciano. Ruth May Flack. Sarah Leilani Gagnon. Brian Keir Gallick. Matthew Taylor Ganyard. Keith Reed Garfield. Alexandra Gendron. Roshni George. Elizabeth Ann Gerber. Marcelo Jesus Giacoman Lozano. Arturo Gil Martino. Caterina Gomeliuk. Daniel Gozzo Antonietto. Sheldon Gray. Yona Greenstein, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Catherine Elizabeth Grusky. Oysan Guan. Saiti Gudavali. Shivani Gupta. Andrea Maria Julai. Alec Jackson Haber. Ryan S. Haddad. Russell Lee Hancock. James Houston Hardy. Alexander Armand Hassan. Carlton St. Clair Hassel Jr. William Whittishan Hawkins. Luke R. Heisinger, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Catherine Barry Helms. Alexandra Danielle Hickey. William Christopher Hill. Alexander Brooks Hawk. John William Hope. Joseph Stephen Howard, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Daniel Rafferty Howe. Nelly Huaman Sotomayor. William Daly Hudson. Rexford Whitlow Humphreys. Fehintolua Ruth Ibiloye. Oluwafeyesike Adinike Ilemore. Daryl Cody Irving. Hugh McGavin Jacobson. Anshi Jen.
Daniel Brian James. Carrie Lynn Jameson, C. Stewart Shepherd Award. Carrie Jameson for her steadfast commitment to the success of others as an instructor in Darden's prep program. Eleanor Lacey Jameson. Lee Robert Johnston, III. Yagnesh Rohit Janalagada. Catherine Scarlett Jorgensen. Dennis Osiranoya Kadri. Sai Kiri Kanaganti. Patrick James Kearney Jr. Annika Ida Kempa, C. Stewart Shepherd Award for her exemplary dedication to fostering community and mentorship at Darden and president of the Graduate Women in Business. Congratulations. Daniel Peter Kennedy. Sarah Cornelia Kibler. Bitnari Kim. Minsung Kim. Ayana Kirihara. Natalia Maniri Klachanik. Alexios Koltsadopoulos Papatsimos. Naveen Kumar Reddy Kumar. Vineet Krishnan. Charles Kraus. Shivani Kunaparetti. Ritu Kunwar. Alexander Kunsu Kwan. William Cameron Lavelle. J.U. Lee. Hao Lee. Jianshu Li, Mauricio Andres Limon Arrieta, William Y. Lin, Christopher Alexander Lushar, Jared Harry Love, Daniel Wycliffe McLean Verdick, Sunjan Ahmad Moan, Kevin Robert Magdill, Shauli Mahjabin, Avantika Manlik, Abdullah Suhail Maneng, Maximilian Martin, Lily Dougherty McGrath, Caitlin Rose McKinnon, Kevin McNamara, William Wyant McNamara, Shannon Delaney McNatt, Nelson Mendoza, Thomas James Meyer and Company, Albert Benjamin Miles III, Michael Peter Miniati, Gerardo Andrines Molina Rodriguez Faculty Award for Academic Excellence, Thomas Vincent Monahan III, Lindsay Jean Moran, Dexter Tendai Moyle, Shane Christopher Musselman, Sebastian Bryant Nabatoff Faculty Award for Academic Excellence, Vishali Reddy Nanikante, Michal Naikashidze, Sairi Chaffee Nasikas, Allison Haley Neveu, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence, Titu Hong Nguyen, Chao Nhu, Chukwuma Narcisse Nebe Agumadu, Samia Norudin Norali, Sea Shepherd Stewart Award for her remarkable passion for fostering inclusive community as president of the Middle Eastern and Islamic Student Association. Congratulations. Victoria Lynn Nowak, Catherine Grace Yes Chef Nyberg, Omolabaji Mojupeori Ode, Anolwapo Esther Odusoya, Morton Awards. Wait, don't run away. Frederick S. Morton Award in recognition of her outstanding contributions to the Darden community through the creation of the Darden Healthcare Initiative and mentorship to first-year students. Congratulations. Sunya Ogogori, Babatunju Adetapo Ogunlea Johnson, Matthew Edward Olson C. Shepherd Stewart Award for elevating the Darden student experience through his dedicated service as Darden Student Association Vice President of Communications. Congratulations. Sharon Enejitse Okeke, Adetutu Abasoyo Olowu, Adetolo Oluwatosin Obanjo, Victoria Komunto Odieke, Connor Roberts O'Neill Faculty Award for Academic Excellence, John Sheng On C. Shepherd Stewart Award for his tremendous commitment and leadership in the investment banking boot camp. Thank you and congratulations. Chidiati Rising Onyeku. Congratulations. Cameron Perkins O'Shaughnessy. Atri Pek Chowdhury. Siddharth Dilip Parekh. Dylan James Cascardo Parker. Dhruv Chetan Patel.
Salani Sandeep Kumar Patel. Kalpit Patnaik. Elias Stephen Patrick, Christine Patterson, Patrick Dalton Peacock, Javier Perez Michaus, Baxter William Perkins, Mary Elizabeth Kelleher Point, Trikirti Polam, Abhishek Prabhakar, Ken Mark Cheat, Alex Radovanovich, Grant Alexander Verlovaki, Leonard Nicholas Claude Rambo, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence, Chloe Ramnarin, Edward Maximilian Randolph, Abanikash Gurishankar Rayaji, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence, Max Denison Redpath, Jorge Andres Renteria Vasquez, Felipe Hezenje Hocoelho, Jonathan Rickards, C. Stuart Shepard Distinguished Service Award. The citation reads, for fostering inclusive community through his service to the Darden Sobriety Initiatives and SWAT team. Brian Anthony Rinciari, Esteban Jose Rodriguez Perez, Ana Mika Ru, Alusigun Adulamilare Roae, Sheng Ron, Carlos Alonso Ceballos, Gid Adel Said, Reina Safitri, Lissandra Sagastume, C. Stuart Shepard Distinguished Service Award. The citation read, for his remarkable work as President of Parents of Darden. Kashyap Murthy Salap Haptula, Marcus Alexander Salandi Defor, Pallavi Keshav Sankhe, Shreya Sareen, Darshan Kantilal Savalia, Catherine Adams Schifferly, Thomas Bruce Scheitz, Garima Seth, Kona Gardner Sharkey, Aditya Ashok Sharma, Ty David Sheets, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence, Saeed Samin Shihab, Christopher Arthur Sims, Tranvir Sinha, Mark Small, Margaret Smith, Ryan Basil Smith, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence, and Frederick Morton Leadership Award for his value-driven leadership, commitment to education, and genuine care for others as a Darden tutor and VP of Administration for the Darden Military Association. Anhat Soen, Olaf Sorensen, Peter Sorensen, Reed Abraham Spagna, Matthew James Stein, Charles Malcolm Stewart, Madeline Ann Stockstill, Elizabeth Stalk, Dylan Thomas Sullivan, Sang Bagostena Tanaka Sutiandi, Isa Silla, Alan Wyming Tam, Curtis Eugene Taylor Jr., Joseph Koja Tete, Zachary Taylor Thomason, Christopher Matthew Thompson, Anna Carolina Torres, Margaret Tucker, Burgess Raymond Anwala, Mitchell Peter Van den Eynd, Joseph Cole Vance, Victoria Josephine Velasquez, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence and C. Stuart Shepard Distinguished Service Award for her exceptional leadership as president of the Darden Consulting Club. Taylor Rose Best. Devin Jono Waddell. Vincent Chuyu Wong. William Robert Whitehurst, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Emerson Robert Whitney, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Ryan William Wijaya, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Austin Landon Widener. Haley Wibble. Mark Harrison Williams Sierra. Charles Thayer Wilmerding, Jr. Brent Alexander Wood. Shimpe Brian Yamashira. Wenyi Yang. Sami Hazar. Murphy Blaine Zone, Faculty Award for Academic Excellence. Yang Linda Zhang. Yui Zhang. Ying Zhao. Cox Zueda. And John Weck. Faculty Award for Academic Excellence.
Okay. All right. So let's hear it one more time for the class of 2024. Woo! All right, our tradition in concluding the graduation ceremony is to hear a farewell song called the Good Old Song, sung by Darden's Cold Call Chorus. So could you please come up? It's a group of students, faculty, and staff. Please welcome them up on the stage.
One, two, three.
The good old song of Wahoo, we'll sing it o'er and o'er. It cheers our hearts and warms our blood to hear them shout and roar. We come from old Virginia, where all is bright and gay. Let's all join hands and give a yell for dear old UVA. Wahoo wah, wahoo wah, UVA Virginia, hooray, hooray, ray, ray, UVA.
Great job, great job. So now we're almost there. Now I'd like to ask the students to join us on the steps of Saunders Hall. We'll take a class picture. And then family and friends, please join us for lunch. We ask you to pick up your boxed lunch in the classroom building to my right here. And then we will have tents over on the other side of this building afterwards, where there's a DJ, bars and beverages and fun activities for the kids. So we'll see you there. Thank you all for coming, and congratulations, class of 24.